In the late 1800s, physics was considered complete. Scientists believed they had already explained almost everything in the universe, from motion to heat to light. There was even a famous idea spreading through universities at the time. Physics is nearly finished, but they were wrong. Because in a quiet German laboratory, a man named Max Planck was about to break reality itself. And what he discovered didn't just change physics. It opened the door to quantum mechanics, a world where energy doesn't flow smoothly, but jumps in tiny, invisible pieces. And without Max Planck, modern technology, your phone, your computer, even medical imaging would not exist. But his journey didn't start with fame. It started with doubt. Max Carl Ernst Ludwig Planck was born in 1858 in Kiel, Germany. He came from a highly educated family. His father was a law professor, and discipline and structure shaped his childhood. From a young age, Planck showed unusual intelligence. But what made him different was not just intelligence, it was patience. He was not the kind of student who rushed for answers. He wanted to understand why things worked. At school, he excelled in mathematics and physics, but teachers noticed something unusual about him. He didn't just accept scientific laws, he questioned them. When other students memorized formulas, Planck asked where those formulas came from. That curiosity would later change the world. Difficult decision: music or science? What many people don't know is that Max Planck was deeply passionate about music. He played piano and organ beautifully. For a time, he even considered becoming a professional musician. But eventually, he chose physics. Not because it was easier, but because he believed physics held deeper truths about the universe. So he studied at the University of Munich and later Berlin, where he learned under some of the greatest scientists of the time. But even then, his professors told him something discouraging. There is nothing new left to discover in physics. Imagine hearing that as a young scientist. Problem that broke physics. At the end of the 19th century, there was a major scientific mystery called blackbody radiation. Scientists were trying to understand how objects emit heat and light. For example, why does a metal rod glow red when heated? Why does it turn white when even hotter? According to classical physics, energy should be emitted smoothly and continuously. But experiments showed something strange. The data didn't match the theory. In fact, the equations predicted something terrifying. At high frequencies, energy should become infinite. Scientists called this the ultraviolet catastrophe. This was impossible. It meant physics itself was breaking down, and no one knew how to fix it. Max Planck was not trying to destroy physics. He was trying to solve a problem. He studied the data for years. And then, in 1900, he made a shocking assumption. He proposed that energy is not continuous. Instead, it comes in tiny packets. He called these packets quanta. This idea was revolutionary. It meant energy could only be emitted in discrete amounts, not smooth flow like water, but like drops of rain. At first, even Planck himself didn't fully believe it. He thought it was just a mathematical trick, but it worked. His equation matched the experimental results perfectly. For the first time, the blackbody problem was solved. But Planck had unknowingly opened a door that could never be closed again. The scientific world reacts. When Planck presented his idea, the scientific community was confused. Some ignored it. Some rejected it. Others thought it was just a mathematical trick with no real meaning. Even Planck himself was unsure. He once admitted that he introduced the idea as an act of desperation. But the universe had other plans. Because just a few years later, a young scientist named Albert Einstein would take Planck's idea seriously. And everything changed again. Glowing star Einstein builds on Planck's idea. In 1905, Einstein used Planck's quantum idea to explain something called the photoelectric effect. This was the discovery that light itself behaves like particles, not just waves. This was shocking. It meant light could act like tiny bullets of energy. Einstein showed that Planck's idea was not just a mathematical trick. It was real. This was one of the foundations of quantum physics, and it earned Einstein the Nobel Prize. But behind Einstein's breakthrough stood Max Planck, the quiet man who started it all. Brain Planck's personal struggles. Even after his discovery, Max Planck did not become an instant celebrity. In fact, his life was filled with personal tragedy. He experienced immense loss during World War I. Later, during World War II, his life was again destroyed by conflict. His son was executed after being involved in an assassination attempt against Adolf Hitler. Planck himself lived through bombing, destruction, and fear. Despite everything, he continued to support science and truth. Even in the darkest times, he believed knowledge would survive. Modern impact of Planck's work. Today, Max Planck's discovery is everywhere. Your smartphone camera works because of quantum physics. Your computer chip relies on quantum behavior of electrons. Medical scans like MRI depend on quantum principles. Even solar panels rely on light particles described by Planck's work. Without him, the digital world would not exist. He is one of the invisible architects of modern life. Compass final years and legacy. Max Planck lived a long life and witnessed the transformation of physics from classical certainty to quantum mystery. He saw young scientists like Einstein, Bohr, and Heisenberg build on his ideas and reshape science completely. He passed away in 1947 at the age of 89, but his legacy never died. In fact, it only grew stronger with time. Today, one of the most prestigious scientific institutions in the world is named after him. The Max Planck Society, a network of research institutes pushing the boundaries of science. Direct hit conclusion. Max Planck didn't set out to change the universe. He was simply trying to solve a problem that didn't make sense. But in doing so, he discovered something extraordinary. The universe is not continuous. It is quantum. And from that single idea, modern physics was born. So the next time you use your phone, watch a video, or send a message, remember this. It all started with Max Planck, a man who changed reality without even realizing it.